further ado, I would now like to invite Mr. Vivek Lohia, Managing Director of Jupiter Group, to share his thoughts on this historical occasion. Sir, the stage is yours. Everybody, thank you so much.
Good afternoon, everybody, and I would like to take this opportunity to welcome the dignitaries, partners, and my dedicated colleagues to this memorable event. First, I would like to start with talking a little bit about Jupiter. As you are aware that Jupiter is today one of the biggest manufacturers in the country for railway rolling stock, brake systems, and various other railway products such as wheels and axles, crossings, and containers. As you are aware that the logistics landscape in India is growing in a massive way, and under the guidance and vision of our Honorable Prime Minister, with schemes such as Gati Shakti, this journey is going to become bigger and bigger. And Jupiter as a company and as a complete mobility solution partner is completely in line with the government's vision towards this growth journey. Recently, we have unveiled our wheel and axle plant in Orissa with a capacity to produce about close to 100,000 wheel sets, and which is a game changer for the country. Today, India is a net importer of wheel sets, but through this initiative, we are going to transform the landscape, and from an importer, India will start exporting wheel sets. But however, our journey towards a complete mobility solutions provider would not be complete till we have our own commercial vehicle. And it was this vision which led to Jupiter Electric Mobility. I think this was a dream which was started in 2021 by Jupiter, as well as some founders in Jupiter Electric Mobility, mainly Gaurav and Kartik here. So, and this is it is not a very, to launch a commercial vehicle is not a very easy journey. Though Jupiter had a strong exposure in this sector, especially in commercial vehicles. As you are aware that we work with the biggest OEMs in the country, mainly Tata Motors and Volvo. So we had the necessary infrastructure in place. So the idea was that we wanted to build a vehicle which would contemplate our existing infrastructure and bring synergies to the business. It was definitely a long journey. And the idea was always to launch an electric vehicle, because the motto of the Jupiter Group is sustainability. So our entire journey, if you look at all the products which we have, is fully focused on the sustainability revolution. And today, if you look at the country, we stand at a pivotal moment in India's mobility revolution. The transportation sector is evolving in an unprecedented pace, driven by urgent need for sustainability, efficiency, and self-reliance. With rising fuel costs, growing environmental concerns, and the push for clean energy, electric mobility is no longer an option, but an imperative. And this is with this thought what Jupiter Electric Mobility was created. Today we will unveil in front of you our first product in this range, which is a 1-ton vehicle, which I can promise is going to be the leading vehicle in its class in terms of the features it has, in terms of the range offering which it produces, in the specs, in terms of the tonnage, the gradability, and we'll discuss more about that later during this presentation. Now this, again I would like to add that this journey is not alone. this is a journey which we could do with our industry partners. When we started this company in 2021, the electric mobility space in India was very nascent, and from the very beginning our idea was to build a grounds up vehicle which was 100% make in India. We did not want to play on that piece. We did not want to import a vehicle and show it as a make in India. So we had to work very long tiring hours with our partners. We had to convince a lot of our partners to produce in India, which they were earlier making a lot of parts in other parts of the world. And it was a culmination of everything which led to this vehicle. Again, in the immortal words of Swami Vivekananda, arise, awake and stop not till the goal is reached. So this is just the beginning of this goal, and I assure you by the end of this year, we will be ready with a 2-ton payload vehicle and a 3-ton payload vehicle, just completing a bouquet of the complete eLCV segment. So Jupiter is here to stay. We are here to be one of the leading producers of electric vehicles in the eLCV market, and the journey has just begun. Thank you all.
Now next up, I would like to call upon Mr. Vikash Lohia, Deputy Managing Director of Jupiter Group, to address the gathering. So please grace us with your words.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, partners and colleagues. It is both a privilege and responsibility to stand before you today as we redefine the future of mobility and sustainable innovation. As we inaugurate the Jupiter Electric Mobility, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to our dedicated teams, partners and stakeholders who have turned this bold vision into reality. True progress is not about adopting new technologies. It's about building the infrastructure and operational capabilities to support them at a scale. And that is exactly what we are doing here today. At Jupiter, what sets JEM apart is a commitment to execution. And at the heart of this commitment is JEM Tej, a name synonymous with resilience and transformation. Designed for Indian roads, Indian businesses, and Indian aspirations, JEM Tej has the potential to be a trusted partner for businesses ensuring seamless operations. Friends, our state-of-the-art facility in Pitampur serves as the driving force that brings this core vision to life. This plant will be the heart of our operations, enabling us to build world-class electric vehicles while reducing import dependency and ensuring faster, more efficient production cycles. Our built-to-suit model ensures that JEM eLCVs are tailored for real-world applications. However, innovations alone is not enough. True impact comes from speed and reliability. Our strength lies in engineering solutions that are innovative while being practical, scalable and commercially viable. In today's fast-moving world, time is currency, and JEM vehicles are built to maximize productivity with cutting-edge electric driver trains, thereby helping our customers adopt EV without any anxiety. However, a vehicle alone cannot drive a change. A complete ecosystem is necessary for the seamless adoption of electric mobility. Through strategic collaborations with industry leaders, we are building an integrated network that empowers businesses and individuals to transform to clean mobility with confidence. This is just the beginning as we roll out JEM Tej across key markets and expand our footprint. We remain committed to setting new benchmarks in quality, performance, and customer satisfaction. To everyone present today, our partners, our supporters, and most importantly, our team. I invite you to be part of this transformative journey. Together, let's drive India towards a future where progress and sustainability go hand in hand. Thank you.
The moment has arrived, the moment we have been waiting for. The grand inauguration of our state-of-the-art manufacturing unit, everybody, Pithampur plant. I would like to request Kartik and Gaurav sir, please join us for this grand inaugural function. That's the spirit, everybody. Huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. This marks the beginning of a new era in sustainable transport.
So this was a program we announced, if you would have seen, around 4 or 5 months back with the Porter team, wherein the idea is to look at how do we get or how do we convince driver operators to adopt electric. And it was not just a program announcement, it's called JEM Udan, under which what we are doing is most of these driver operators, we're trying to match them with the right businesses and then getting the product in. With that, we worked very closely with the Porter team, and this was the start of the initiative in which we have our first driver partner who will be running JEM Tez on the Porter platform with Porter support to scale up their own business. So it's a starting of a very long journey, but I feel it'll be a very big moment for and a very big occasion for JEM. Thank you.
Let's take a moment to watch the special video showcasing the journey and vision behind this world-class manufacturing facility. Sit back and enjoy, everybody. Next up, I would like to request Mr. Gaurav Jalota, CEO of Jupiter Electric Mobility, to share his thoughts on this milestone and the road ahead.
Good afternoon, everyone. And I think thank you will not be enough for all of you who has taken time out, traveled from different parts of the country, and has graced the occasion by spending this important milestone with us. So a big thank you to everyone. And so I would start by thanking the Lohia family, Mr. Lohia, who could not travel and be here, Mr. Vivek Lohia and Mr. Vikash Lohia, who trusted on me and Kartik to start this journey. And from there till now, I think whatever we have achieved, I think all thanks and credit to the vision of the family who has actually entrusted us and has given the opportunity for us to what we have done today. So it started some 34 months back, from the first discussion to the launch date, this 3rd March 2025. It's a big milestone for all of us. And as the video said, we have done various, let's say, small steps, taken small steps and achieved what we are standing here for. So from partnering with our engineering partners, Mr. Avinash and Akash has come here from JEM. From meeting Mr. Rajesh from PSR, from meeting Mr. Shailendra Tripathi from Kaparo, from meeting Mr. Ojha, who brokered the deal of our land, and Mr. Abhishek Jaiswal, the CEO of JWL, who took us to various sheet metal and partners in Indore, Mr. Sudeep Haldar, who was the one who guided me throughout this journey, Mr. Sanjeev Kestri, who is the CFO for Jupiter Group, who has also come here. So all these critical people from the Jupiter family, they all have, let's say, supported in this journey. And I'm very, very thankful, very, very heartfelt gratitude towards each and every partner. We have Madhura and Kavishka from Concept, who basically from the Auto Expo journey, they covered us pretty well. It gave us all the relevance in the industry because people started knowing us more. So each and every partner, Ayan is also here. Ayan is the one who was the first meeting and interaction with him for how to create the website of the company, how to, let's say, design the Auto Expo stall. So each and every member, my heartfelt thank you to each one of you. And so I can't let this occasion go without thanking the core team, each and every member who has started this journey with me, from Suryakant, Sailesh and Manish, who were the first 3 hires, and for 30 months they have been like backbone. And the journey started, and we have had various hirings from Praveen to Lalit to Sudeep to Mangal to Shailendra. The list is too long, I think so. But I'll take this moment to call each one of them on the stage, and at least we can have a vision and visual of the team who has made what we are today. So team, why don't you guys come up and clients and their external clients. And the journey cannot be, let's say, completed if I don't thank the external clients of ours, the dealers who have trusted us, believed in our brand, believed in our product, have engaged with us from last 6 months, and the tireless, let's say, discussion which we had. And now we have 2 very successfully opened showrooms, one in Bangalore, Mr. Sunil is here with us, and Mr. From Krishna Motors, sir is there from Delhi. So both of us are part of our event, and I thank them again for trusting and starting the journey from now, as Vivek said, from this product to category of 2-tonner, then to 3-tonner, and so on and so forth. We want to, let's say, keep growing, and without partners like you, it will be very difficult for us to take this step and leap ahead. And lastly, there are so many people, the entire hall is there, and I might forget few names, but people who have traveled from across the country just to be part of this important occasion. From Sonipat, I met one gentleman, then Mr. Arif from NBR is there, and Mr. Anand from Vivek Axel is there, then Mr. Rajesh from PSR is there, Mr. Tripathi is there from Kaparo. So many people who have taken time out, traveled from Chennai, traveled from Pune, traveled from Sonipat, traveled from Bombay, and has graced us with their presence. Thank you very much, everyone. Thanks a lot. And we look forward to spend some more time in Marriott Indore, and then we would like to host you to our plant in Pithampur. And again, one last time, thanks a lot. Thank you.
Now to invite Mr. Kartik Hajela to share his insight on a remarkable journey and vision ahead. He is the director of JEM.
Good afternoon all, and again thanks a lot for making this journey. I know Indore, rarely we have seen occasions and events, but I think this is a good start. So I'll start 36 months back, almost 3 years, when it was thought of that to get into this segment. I remember talking to Vivek and Vikash at that time along with Gaurav that let's make a e-truck. Let's look at the electric truck segment, 1 ton specifically, and higher in the ELCV segment. And a very genuine question also at that time was, how would we compete with someone who has been doing this since ages? And a very good food for thought. Our thought process has been pretty simple since then, and I very much thank everyone in the team to have given us that support and patience to build this. we foresee that we'll be able to not compete but coexist with others in this segment. It's a very big market, but because of electrification, we feel it's a zero starting point for everyone, no matter how much you have been in this space since how long. It's a more of an ecosystem play. It's not anymore a product which gets picked up from the retail and then gets used somewhere. It's a different type of product. It's still automotive, but it's used differently. There's charging, there's new type of financing, insurance, etc. So it's a very, very different ecosystem that has to be built, and hence we feel it's a starting point for everyone in this journey. Our first main objective would always be to focus on product, and that's what we've thought of 36 months back itself as well. We said, okay, we'll make it patiently. We'll not hurry. We know the market will evolve. At that time, to be honest, the market was also not even there for this segment. It was the era of two-wheeler, three-wheeler. But we knew this market will come up. There needs to be a product which needs to come. It will take 2-3 years. By the time battery prices will fall, there will be a space, the pricing will make sense, etc. And we said, we'll wait. We'll make sure that the product comes out reliable, we'll adapt. We changed the product multiple times, multiple iterations in these 3 years to make sure that we're ready with something that is not only reliable, but actually a product which can be adopted by the masses. The idea was to build a product which is not very application specific, that you only can put it, for example, in a grocery application, or you can put it only for an e-com application. We realized we need to build a product that someone buying the vehicle, because all of us know these vehicles stay on the roads for 10 to 15 years. So there is a very deeper connection with the buyer and the vehicle, and it's a bigger investment as well. So the product can't be very application specific. You can't get the customer take the product with the thought that, okay, I will run in this. If this doesn't work out, I don't know what to do. And that was the main notion we want to target. The anxiety we talk about is not only range, it's a EV anxiety that one had to target. That, where do I charge it? Will it fast charge? Will it not fast charge? What happens if I'm not able to make my deliveries? What happens if I want to sell my vehicle that I bought in Delhi? I want to sell to someone who stays in Dehradun. Will he be able to do the Dehradun-Mussoorie route? Will it be able to take that gradient? So we said that, okay, let's build a product, point one, which is very multi-use case based, which is very standard. One can resell it comfortably. One can use it in any application. You take up the vehicle today, you're on e-commerce. Maybe tomorrow you're working in for a Horeca supplier for grocery. Maybe day after you're doing couriers. That's how this market has been running since ages. So we realized we need to focus on a product which is maybe overspec'd, but maybe meant to be overspec'd, so that anxiety goes away. So if you see the features, and I can confidently say we're the highest spec product in our category. They mentioned on-road range. This is based on multiple iterations and multiple different application use cases we've done. We're seeing an on-road range of more than 190 kilometers. And I'm talking about, unlocking the capability of doing satellite cities to main city logistics, which is a very big segment in India. We're talking about heavy payload use cases. If you see, our motor torque is 265 Newton meter with an 80 kilowatt motor. It's almost double than any other competition in the market today. What this does is, this unlocks the capability for you to do any sort of use case. Be it grocery, all of us know is a very heavy use case. Cement, you would have seen all of those distillery cans in trucks every day. These are use cases where the market wanted a product. And that's what we thought of. Let's build a product which is adaptive to most of the use cases and all of the use cases out there. Charging, another major problem in the segment. We realized that, guys, we have to give flexibility. We have to give flexibility to a customer to think of what he wants to do. Does he want to fast charge? Fast charge comes at a cost, but then there are needs. So can you do that? So we said, let's implement fast charging. So we have a 1 hour, 100 kilometer top-up application on the most spread out charging infra protocol in India, which is CCS. We feel that will be the future. Our platform is a high voltage platform, which was needed again in this segment. And battery. We realized that, again, one is buying this vehicle for a very long tenure. It'll go at least 10 years, and that's what we want to see the vehicle run for. We said, let's make or oversize the battery. People said, why are you doing it? When we took this decision 1.5-2 years back, the question was, okay, what will happen? It will be overpriced, right? But fortunately, the prices of cells dropped in the last 1 year, which was coincidental, but very fortunate for us that we ultimately had a product which fell in that price point and was also able to deliver what the market needed, which was a 190 plus kilometer range on road, which covers most of your applications. I'll say almost all. Even if you do a 2-shift operation, you run it for 18 hours. We ran our product for 18 hours. So if you see here, we had our vehicle running with some of our fleet partners who ran it for 18 hours a day, 2 shifts, and they didn't need to charge it. And that's the path we want to go ahead with. If you ask me fundamentally what we want to continue doing in the engineering side of the vehicle is continue increasing range. Product from a mechanical perspective, to be honest, has been solved years back with the other competition who have been making the ICE vehicle. They're already reliable. From a range perspective, which is the electrical and the electronics embedded in the product, make it as lasting and as longer use case as much as possible. If you see these ranges, these are real-time ranges. We thought we'll put it on the presentation itself. If you see, most of the ranges are 190 plus kilometers, almost all. Last 3 you will see, okay, there's a dip. So this was a customer whom I don't think any new age OEM or even a traditional OEM in the EV segment would want to or would be targeting today. So this gentleman is someone who runs a rice trading business in Delhi. He sits out of the hub of trading in Delhi, and he overloads. He tested multiple other products. Then he took up a product. He said, okay, I'll test it in the most abused condition possible. And all of us were very afraid that what will happen, to be very honest. But if you see, minimum was 160 kilometers, and I'm talking about 2x overload on the product. Now 160 kilometers with overload, and that to 2x, we realized we have cracked it. We got the order. That's how we are seeing that the market needs to start adapting EVs at a mass scale, for which OEMs have to build those products which can be adapted in that scale. So that's what our goal is, and that's what we'll go behind. Also, if you ask me what is the other advantage against legacy OEMs, again not competing but coexisting, the idea is we're nimble, we're small. All of us know in the Tom and Jerry game, the Jerry wins, right? There is an advantage, inherent advantage of being very agile. We know EV is an ecosystem play. EV is a very dynamic play. To be dynamic, you need to have the agility and the nimbleness to adapt to the ecosystem, to adapt the product. And that's what we are focusing on and will continue focusing on, be it service. So that those decisions are already there, that we'll not blitz scale. There is no blitz scale in something like this. We're talking about livelihoods of drivers, livelihoods of operators. You can't blitz scale this. There is no going back. You can't simply change a software and say, okay, now it will work. If a product is built, he has bought it, he'll use it for 10 years. So we have to make sure that it is right. So we have decided we'll be slow, steady, but we'll last for long. So now again, why larger battery? So it doesn't only bring range in the vehicle. Technically, if you look at it, most of the applications will be 150 to 180 kilometers a day max. It goes anywhere as low as 80 to 120 kilometers also. With a larger battery, because your range is larger, your number of cycles used is lesser, which means your battery can last very, very long. Secondly, when you're fast charging it, there's a term called C rate. So your currents are much lower compared to the total battery size. So again, a long lasting battery. So with a larger battery, the advantages are lesser cycles per kilometer, longer life and high reliability, which the market always needed. The anxiety was not only range, it was also on lasting of the product. And yeah, so this was something we thought of some time back. We realized that one of the problems in this market, so this market is, the EV market is very evolving, it's changing. There are different business models which are coming up, and one of the business models is rental. A lot of the market at the last stage, the DCOs, the driver cum owners whom we call, are also shifting to, it's becoming a gig economy. All of us realize it because of quick commerce and e-commerce, and the gig economy is not committed to buying a vehicle. They usually rent it out. So we realized that if they are renting the product out, then who's taking the asset risk? It's usually the leasing companies, the financiers. So we realized that we need to solve something for them as well. If you see the biggest of the trucks, there is always remote monitoring, and I'm not talking only about GPS. Remote monitoring about payload, various other things that are built into the truck. So we said, okay, we'll build our operating system as one of the softwares we'll build, and we'll continue. I'll not say we've cracked it 100%, but we have come to a stage where we're saying, okay, we have solved some of the problems that the market had, which was, let's suppose a vehicle is being driven at a faster speed in a very rugged road, repeatedly every day. That's a problem. That increases wear and tear, that increases the chances of downtime, etc. Does leasing companies or financiers have a visibility of that today? Remotely, no. So he said, let's build in those sensors, let's build in those models which can predict that remotely and give that visibility to these players so that they can understand what is happening to their asset. And that's what we have built. It's called JEM Drishti. I have the product also here. So this is fitted on the vehicle, multiple sensors, and it is the abuse detection operating system we're building for JEM vehicles overall. It starts with simple speed breakers, potholes, ruggedness being tracked, goes to even payload monitoring remotely. So I'll just maybe run through a video which shows how it works, very small video. So if you see the vehicle, this is how we train the model. Now you'll see the vehicle going through rugged, that's a bounce. We catch that. You'll again see the vehicle going through a very rough terrain, this. And this is the dashboard. So basically we are creating a dashboard to monitor overload, to monitor any sort of ruggedness that the vehicle is going through. Alerts are mixed, some come from the telematics which is built in, some we have built through our own inherent model. We have patented, it's a proprietary product. And you get driver scores. You get a very small summary of understanding who's driving good, who's not driving good, and how can you incentivize and we feel this is a big problem of the market as well. So it's called JEM Drishti. So that's the next product that we've built along with sales. Our commitment as a product company would remain innovating around softwares around the vehicle. We feel that's the major sort of, not only a differentiator, but the need of the market as well. So why not put in the presentation itself. So again, thanking everyone for being a part of this journey and looking forward to working with all of you in this ecosystem. Thank you.
Alright, ready guys. unity, commitment to excellence, and the vision of an Atmanirbhar Bharat.